Hi guys, welcome back to LPB Racing for the start of a new championship on Project Cars 2. This is the British Touring Car Support Race Series, and we'll be running the Ginetta Juniors, Formula Ford's Clio Cup and the Ginetta GT4 Super Cup all over the season. So we're going to run each class once at each round, so there's 4 races all in different cars, and this is the first one, the Ginetta Juniors. And we've got a new guy on pole position. It is NRP 15586, or NRP as we're going to call him. But we've got a new little feature here. Let's run through the rest of the grid then as we go into photo mode. So I just got a little bit of a glitch on the camera there. So here we are, NRP on pole position then. Let's get a little view from above. So it is Neil Farmack second on the grid. Then it is Video in third. Keith gets fourth, so good for Keith. Bidzster fifth. Gummy Bear in 6th, Johnny Adam 7th in the yellow car there, Johnny McMullen next in the white car with George's Gamers on, that's Footman, he's returned with a different name, and Will is then next, then Stevie, Bradders, and then Blakeney at the back of the grid. So let's get ready for the start of this race then, guys. We're going to the start, revs rise and we're off, and it's a good start from NRP. Looks like I've got a yellow car at the back, a bit slow off the grid, but we're all good, I think, down towards the first corner. There's NRP, and then there's the rest of the field into turn 1. As the camera goes funny already, and Bidzster side by side with, I think that's Gummy Bear is side by side with, and one other car as we go into there, it's Keith is alongside, and Johnny McMullen up the inside of Gummy Bear there. Good little move there as NRP's pulling away at the front. We've got Bidzster attacking Video, Johnny McMullen and Keith side by side. Johnny McMullen around the outside. And we've got Johnny Adam, a new guy as well. He's in this round. Oh, Keith and McMullen make contact. And they're off, and a few other cars off in the background as well. There's got one car spinning around doing donuts. Then that's Bradders. Then George comes up and makes up a load of positions there. There he goes through. So bit hectic that, but we're almost already at the end of the first lap. Doesn't take long to do a lap in this race. It's a 15-minute length race this. NRP's already done 1 lap. We'll just get a replay of that first lap action now. Okay, here's the replay of the first lap action, and on board with Johnny McMullen. So we're going into Druids. Johnny breaks a little bit late, and then Gummy Bear just moves out the way because he gets a bit caught out. Then Johnny's alongside Keith, a little bit of rubbing there. So Keith's on the inside now, down towards Graham Hill Bend. And then round the outside we go, and just moves across a little bit on Keith, there's a little bit of a touch, and then Johnny loses it. And that is just a racing incident, just 2 cars getting a bit close, and then everyone rejoins. And here's something else that happened further back, it's Bradders and Blake, so side by side down the hill, a little bit of a touch there, then round the corner we go, and Bradders just comes back across on Blake, just makes a little mistake, and then spins himself round. As back to the action then, it is NRP in the lead from Neil Farmack in second. We've got Video third, Bidzster fourth. Further back, oh, we've got Gummy Bear off the road, he's on the gravel, he's going to lose control. Johnny Adam hits him, and off into the wall he goes. Gummy Bear gets going again, but Stevie and the others survive another day. As we go down the hill, George with Keith behind him. There's George with Keith behind him, so a lot more cars to keep up with now rather than 8 or 9 cars. We've got a good 13 in, which is good to see, and it's good for the championship. Meanwhile, up front, we've got NRP in the lead, the new guy. Quite quick, passed his assessment with flying colours with LPB Racing, and he's leading a race. And he's got Neil and Bidzster behind him, though, and Video's in 4th. He's a new guy as well. Welcome to Video. So, Video in 4th place there. And we've got Stevie 5th. And coming up to the top of the hill, then we've got Bidzster attacking for the lead. Well, with Neil, and Neil attacking for the lead. Sorry, Neil attacking for the lead. I will get used to the car colours as Bidzster gets right up behind him. Neil to the inside of NRP. No contact there, I don't think. Just Neil trying to get through on the inside. Bidzster waiting for any opportunity, and he's following NRP down the hill. Gets the inside on Neil Farmack and goes straight through. So well done to Bidzster there, good move, and Neil Farmack now under attack from Video. Further back we've got Johnny Adam in 8th place with Will there as well. I think Will made a mistake there because he's gone a bit wide, so goes a bit wide there. Goes through. There's Will. Oh, I'm trying to get a shot on Will, but we can't really get one. As Bidzster then into 2nd place, he's attacking NRP for the lead as Video is alongside Neil Farmack further back as well. Looking in towards the first corner, will Bidzster have a little look? It looks right, looks left. Video and Neil side by side just behind him. NRP goes wide and Bidzster goes through. NRP with an open invitation to Bidzster there, and Bidzster goes through on the inside and straight into the lead of the race. NRP now with Video behind him, because Video's ahead of Neil Farmack now, so he made that stick into Paddock Hill Bend, the first corner, down out of Druids towards, he's got to give the place back, so he must have had to give the place back, must have come up with a penalty saying so. Meanwhile, we've got Keith on the outside of Johnny Adam, a new guy. It's not Johnny Adam, the GT racer, guys, don't worry, it's just it's another guy with the same name, but Johnny Adam doing a very good job here. So Adam's doing a very good job. I'm going to refer to him as the second name because we've got Johnny McMullen and Johnny Adams, so both of the same name. The inside goes Will having a little look at the inside just ahead of George. George out wide and Will up the inside still trying to see if there's a bit of a gap there. And Keith just behind watching all this. There he is. We're looking at Keith now as we look at Will's car heading up towards the hill. The blue car in the middle of this little pack here. Into the first corner we go. Nicely through there. Keith has a little look to the inside, but no, he's not going to be close enough to make a move unless he's going to be brave on the brakes into the corner. Keith goes to sticks his nose at the inside and tiny bit of contact, but we're okay. But McMullen's going to take advantage of this, and McMullen goes through into 10th place. So Keith taps the back of the other car, loses momentum, and one car goes through. That's the problem. That's the thing with these Ginetta Juniors. You make one mistake, you start going backwards. So Bidzster's in the lead of the race then. Lap 5 out of 15, 1/3 distance. And he's not pulling away from NRP, so NRP staying with him, which is good. Good to see we've got a new challenger up there. Neil Farmack in third. We've got no TY this season. He's decided to take a sabbatical from Project Cars 2 for a little bit to focus on GT Sport, which is fine. And off he goes up the hill, Bidzster up the hill, and then let's have a look further back. We've got Johnny Adam and Johnny McMullen all together. McMullen's on the inside. George's on the outside, Adam's at the back. McMullen keeps the inside up the hill, and then George is on the outside, trying to keep around the outside. He'll get the inside for the next corner. Johnny Adam on the inside, contact at the corner, and Adam goes off into the wall. That was not really anyone's fault, just a bit close there, and Adams goes back behind Keith in 11th place. So one mistake and right to the back you go. Brad is unfortunate at the back of the race, he's having some trouble here. Anyway, back to the leaders. It is Bidzster in the lead, but NRP's alongside. Bidzster's had some kind of slowdown penalty there, I think, and NRP goes straight through into the lead of the race. So Bidzster had to give the position up. Might have been track limits or something, but NRP goes ahead, and NRP goes a bit wide there as well. And remember, the penalty's on this, so if you go wide, it'll trigger it, and you'll have to give up the position or slow down and lose time. NRP on the inside, Bidzster to the outside then. NRP just about gives him enough room. And NRP proving he's a force to be reckoned with here in the first race of the new season. Good to see some more cars in Project Cars as well. Good to see more people on. It's really helping the numbers grow. Obviously the return of George, there he is. The return of George. Obviously we've got Johnny McMullen, a new guy joined. We've got Johnny Adam join. And Video and NRP, so a few new people, and it makes the championship much better when we've got more numbers. It makes it a lot more exciting and worthwhile. But meanwhile, up at the front, NRP leading the way from Bidzster. Bidzster still not leaving him alone. NRP goes a bit wide there. Bidzster gets a fantastic run through Paddock Hill Bend. NRP goes defensive on the inside towards Druids, doesn't ultra defend, but Bidzster then will try and go right round the outside and get the inside for Graham Hill Bend. Will NRP squeeze him out? No, Bidzster's still on the inside. Bidzster's on the inside for down the hill and gets the move done. Good move there by Bidzster. That's the veteran status for Bidzster coming into hand there. Keeping it around the outside and getting the inside down the hill and schooling NRP in what LPB racing is like. NRP just has a little look up the inside. Bidzster goes wide as a result, gives him a bit of space. Oh, he's gone onto the gravel. Bidzster's gone off onto the gravel. It did put him on. It did make him look. So Bidzster then makes a mistake and goes right back down. And Neil Farmack then goes up into second place, and it's his turn to chase down NRP. So NRP, a real force to be reckoned with here. First race in, and he's already put Bidzster into a mistake. That's not very often you see that. But Blakeney's in fifth place. Blakeney's in in 5th, Stevie's in 4th. We've got Video just behind and McMullen closing up behind as well. So Video goes a bit wide there. McMullen looks like he's got a good run up the hill, but can't quite get close enough. Video to the inside of Blakeney. And also we've got teammates in this one as well. I'll run you through the teams a bit later on, but around the Graham Hill Bend, we'll have a look back to the leaders and I'll tell you what the teams are as we go through. So we've got the new guys. They're all they're more or less all independent in this. And then we've got Neil and Keith as teammates in the 2 green cars. So Neil is 2nd, Keith is down in 9th at the minute. So a quick look back to this battle here. We've got Blakeney here. Blakeney with a few cars around him here. He's got Video just behind him and McMullen to the inside behind them. So McMullen goes to the inside of Video. McMullen is teammates with Bradders, who's at the back of the field. So Bradders not enjoying this first one as Blakeney goes a bit wide but keeps the line. Video gets a good run up the hill, but McMullen to the outside, Video to the inside. Similar looking cars, but they're not teammates. And down the hill we go. Obviously we've got Bidzster and Will, their teammates in the 2 blue cars, the blue and grey cars. As McMullen up the inside of Blakeney. Blakeney did shut the door on him quite a bit there, so that was, if that was going to be contact, that would have been Blakeney's fault for shutting the door on him because he was alongside enough. But Blakeney's just got to be careful with that. As George goes wide there to try and get a good run out the corner. Let's watch this. George goes a bit wider into the corner to then get a good run out. You can see the delta time just about equal, so it helped him out a little bit, but maybe not as much as he thought. Meanwhile, we've got McMullen and Blakeney side by side. McMullen's got the run on him. He's on the outside of him. Blakeney's up the inside. Blakeney's up the inside, not giving up on contact. Hits him up the inside and McMullen keeps his foot in it. Blakeney does too. Up the hill we go. And McMullen moves across to defend the inside. Good veteran move there by McMullen and keeps the place for now. The three-time Formula Ford champion, and that's in real life. McMullen in 5th place. Blakeney then has to fold in behind Video and George close up. So just to point out as well, we've got Footman and Blake who are teammates. So Footman and Blake are teammates in this one. Video, and it looks like he's the teammate because he's in a red and black car, but I can tell you he's not. Video is an independent this season because it's his first season with us. As we look up towards the front, Bidzster's caught up the front pack. I think he's alongside Neil Farmack. He is. Bidzster takes 2nd place back from Neil. Neil will try and keep round the outside of Druids to get the inside for the next corner, but I don't think he's going to manage to do it. No, he doesn't. Bidzster then fighting his way back up after that mistake, and he's right on the back of NRP. Showing him he's a force to be reckoned with. If you're going to be in this group, you're going to have to withstand the pressure. Bidzster on the back of him now. NRP defends slightly, coming down towards McLaren on the Cooper Straight. Into the corner we go, up towards Clearways. Will Bidzster look for the inside here? No, he's going to go wide. He might even go for a cut back here. Let's see if he can do it. He goes to the outside. No, he's just looking for a run. And the positions stay as they are. As we go back to George and Blakeney. And George and Blakeney are side by side, the 2 teammates. Up to the corner. I think we've got a car off around here somewhere. Can't see it. That's Video. I'm sure I saw a car go off. I must be seeing things. But there's Will on board with him. And no, I must have been seeing things there. But Video has lost speed, so it must have been Video that made a mistake as George and Blakeney side by side as the cameras can't keep up with the action. George goes off, so don't know if there's some kind of contact there or he made a mistake, but he's rejoined behind Keith, and Keith defends into the corner, so something happened there, and we'll get a little replay on it for you now. Okay, here's the replay what happened to George then, as he goes on the inside of Blakeney into Paddock Hill Bend, so he's not quite alongside actually. Now he is, but he actually could have turned into the corner a bit earlier there, so that was George's fault in my opinion. As we come back from that, NRP is down in 3rd. NRP's made some kind of mistake somewhere as well, so we'll get a replay on that for you as well. Okay, here's a replay of how NRP went down the order then. So into Paddock Hill Bend, he defends from Bidzster slightly, but he goes a little bit wide there, just catches the AstroTurf. That's enough for Bidzster to get enough of a run to go up the inside into Druid. So look, he's gone through on the inside. NRP tries to hang it round the outside. Can't quite do it here. Now we go down to Graham Hill Bend. And into Graham Hill Bend we go. And NRP goes round the corner, but then somehow, for some reason, he doesn't carry the speed through the corner. Must have missed a gear or something. And Neil Farmack goes straight through. So NRP, unless he had a track limit penalty from the exit of Paddock Hill Bend, that could be the other answer as well. So as we come back from that, NRP unfortunately down to third place after leading most of the race, and Bidzster then into the lead with Neil behind him. So it's Bidzster, Neil, NRP, Stevie in fourth, Johnny McMullen in fifth, Blakeney in sixth, followed by Keith and George, who's right behind Keith here. So George might have a go here. Remember, George used to be Footman, but he's changed his name, so Footman returns with a new name, and looks like he's returned with some good pace as well. To say this is his first race back, he's not done a too bad of a job here into the first corner. Gummy Bear's there in 11th, not a good start for him or Will. Will's at the back. That's Bidzster's teammate in the blue and white, in the blue and grey car, and Gummy Bear is teammates with Stevie, who's further up near the front. So some good teams in this. We'll get used to the teams as we go on. Now bear in mind, the teams, when they go to the Formula Fords, Clios and the Ginetta GT4s, they might not necessarily be in the same colours, but they'll be in the same coloured cars. So just to make it a bit easier for you to spot people. As NRP is back past Neil Farmack. Neil Farmack's got being passed by NRP, and the thing is, Neil was 2 seconds behind Bidzster, so it was clearly a mistake from Neil Farmack why he's back there. We're on the last lap of the race now already in this race. It's been a hectic race, it's been fun. But we're already on the last lap of this race, and Bidzster is coming down towards Graham Hill Bend now, so he's not got far to go. As we've got a car off at the bottom of the hill, it's Bradders, it's alright, it's Bradders, he's getting lapped. I thought there was one of the other people off from up front, so it's Bradders. George goes up the inside of Keith, takes the position. Keith going for a cutback here, can't quite make it stick. I don't think Jordan's got the run, but meanwhile Bidzster leading the race out of Clearways, through Jim Clark Curve, which is the bit past the pit lane here, onto the Jim Clark Curve here now. And Bidzster is going to take the first victory of the season from the random grid that we had at first. Well done, Bidzster. Bidzster wins the race. Neil Farmack second, NRP third, Stevie fourth, Johnny McMullen rounds out the top 5, so well done to him. Johnny McMullen in 5th. Blakeney is going to be 6th. George is going to be 7th. Then it's going to be Keith in 8th. Video in 9th. He'll be disappointed with that after that mistake he made earlier. Johnny Adam, it's his first race, so Adams gets 10th place, so Adams in 10th. Gummy Bear in 11th. And then Will is going to be in 12th, and Bradders will round off the 13th. So we'll just get those results confirmed for you now, guys. Okay guys, here's the results from that then. So it is Bidzster who wins the first race of the season, well done to him. Neil in 2nd, NRP in his first race with us gets a podium, well done to him as well. Johnny McMullen in 4th, 5th is Stevie, Blake in 6th, George in 7th, Keith 8th, 9th is Video, 10th is Johnny Adam, and then just off our screen it is Gummy Bear in 11th, then it is Will in 12th, and Bradders rounds off the 13. So as we come back from that then, it is Bidzster who wins the race then. Well done to Bidzster in the blue car there, teammates with Will. So well done to Bidzster, and we will see you guys next time for race 2, which will be the Formula Fords. Take care guys.